A Sweetwater County man is receiving the nation's highest civilian award for heroism. A couple from Arapahoe are accused of torturing and starving their son. And Don Day says dreams of a white Christmas could come true. We'll take a look at these stories and more today from Wyoming's largest news organization. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily. The heroic actions of a Sweetwater County man who risked his life to save a woman and her youngest child from a burning home has been honored with the Carnegie Medal Award, North America's highest civilian honor for heroism. Ryan Pasborg ran into the burning house in the early morning of February 1st, 2022, pulling a child and his mother from the building and administering CPR to the woman. A Carnegie Medal representative told Cowboy State Daily's Tracy Sullivan that Pasborg's actions that day represent heroism that's on an unusual and remarkable level.
He said he didn't even think about it. He just ran right into that house without even giving it a second thought of what the possible consequences could be. He just needed to save that woman and her child.
The award comes with a $7,500 check, multiple scholarship opportunities, and all medical expenses incurred by the recipient paid, including any mental health treatment needed. Accused of torturing, starving, and confining their son in his room for stealing snacks, two parents from Arapahoe are facing up to life in prison. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland reports that a federal prosecutor has filed federal child abuse charges against 36-year-old Truman Sitting Eagle and 33-year-old Candace Van Fleet.
There was a concern at Arapahoe School of this 13-year-old boy not being at school for like a month or so. And Matt Lee is BA officer and the school resource officer. He went to the kid's home. He was reportedly bruised, swollen, had healing fractures in his lumbar spine, reportedly had barely eaten anything for days, and had been locked and confined in his room and allegedly tortured by his parents.
Each defendant faces no fewer than 10 years in prison and up to life in prison if convicted. Well, like many Wyoming big game hunters, Troy Jerup has bagged his share of elk, deer, and other critters, but he wasn't sure if he'd ever get to fulfill his dream of hunting wild, free-ranging bison. Earlier this year, when the Wyoming Game and Fish Department posted the results of its annual hunting tag drawings, Jerup finally got the news he'd been dreaming of, according to outdoors reporter Mark Hines.
This guy had put in for 14 years straight before he even drew the tag, and he wanted to go on a genuine wild free-range bison hunt. So the hunt was difficult, but everything came together for him, and he got this monstrous bull that he's hoping is going to be big enough to make the Boone and Crockett record books.
Jerup typically butchers his own game meat, but because of the size of this bull bison, he ended up dropping off the 698 pounds at the butcher shop. I'll be back with more news right after this.
The weather's turning oh so frightful this time of year, but those excavation projects, they will persevere. I'm Jan Warren for One Call of Wyoming, here to remind you that no matter how big or how small your digging project is, contacting 811 2 full business days before you begin is required by state law. So stay safe unwrapping presents, not utility lines. From all of us at One Call of Wyoming, happy holidays.
The Wyoming Department of Health wants to up its game in offering incentives for potential workers to fill critical roles in the department. Cowboy State Daily's Leo Wolfson reports that on Monday, Department of Health Director Stephen Johansson presented his $2.2 billion budget proposal to the Joint Appropriations Committee, which includes $500,000 for a new program that would reimburse tuition for staff who take hard-to-fill positions.
It is tailored mostly towards nurses, but could also be applicable to other staffers as well. But it's really specifically tailored to areas where there's a specific critical need, where there's a large number of employee shortages.
The program would be primarily focused on reimbursing nursing education tuition, with an estimated 10 recipients awarded per year. And after weeks of warm, dry weather that's been threatening Wyoming's chance for a white Christmas, a flurry of jet stream activity over the Pacific Ocean will reach the western U.S. by the end of this week. While it doesn't guarantee a white Christmas for Wyoming come next Monday, Cowboy State Daily's Andrew Rossi says it increases the odds for one.
All the signs are right to suggest that there is going to be a winter storm with a significant impact on travel and all Wyoming communities.
Wyomingites will want to get WYDOT's 511 app and check it twice before embarking on a Christmas journey. And that's today's news. You can get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the subscribe button on CowboyStateDaily.com. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.